Hi kids, it's me, Murph with Earth, and it's time for the late night picture show. Now, last week, when I drew this movie out of the bucket, I lied to you. Well, not really. I just got this movie confused with another Ed Wood movie, Jailbait. This, of course, can you even read that? The Violent Years. 1956, Headliner Productions of Hollywood. Sounds pretty legit. Untamed girls of the Pack Gang. Teenage killers taking their thrills. Unashamed, mind you. It is a juvenile delinquent picture. And it is an Ed Wood picture. Like I said, a 1956 Headliner Productions of Hollywood. Feature, picture, production, I don't know. Directed by Edward D. Wood, Jr. If you don't know who that is, I don't even know why you're watching this. So, it's 1956, so kind of picture it in your head. It's all black and white, like this. So, Paula, she's a typical teen. Her pop is a newspaperman, and her mom's a socialite. So I guess he runs the newspaper company, not just delivers newspapers. She has looks, nice clothes, and a brand new convertible. By day, she's a straight A student, but at night, she runs a gang of hoodlum criminal dames. So, as the movie gets going, they hold up a gas station, and then they crash a couple on Lover's Lane, tying up the girl and forcing the boy at gunpoint into the woods for some naughty behavior. All week on Instagram I've been saying pegging. I don't know that they really pegged him, but, you know, if pegging was a thing in 1956, they pegged him. The girls steal and fence stolen goods with a woman who puts them in contact with some even less savory characters. Kind of leftover mobsters, I guess. Well, Paula invites these mobsters over to her teenage pajama party. That sounds like a good idea. There they spin some records, and they make out on the couch. I mean, they act pretty heavy, but that's about as far as it goes. Even though these are, 30-year-old gangsters. Well, her dad's friend interrupts the party, shows up, and he punches out Paula's new boyfriend. Which doesn't make them happy. Well, that doesn't really go anywhere. Instead, for whatever reason, the woman, the liaison, hires the girls to vandalize the school. Apparently, this is more important than any kind of revenge or like stealing jewels or anything of value. Let's wreck the school. This was written by Ed Wood, so, you know. So they go, they trash the school, and when the cops show up, well, two of the girls and one of the cops get killed in the ensuing gun battle. Yeah, there's a gun battle over vandalizing the school. Well, there's no turning back now. Paula and her friend, they make a daring and incredulous escape from the cops. Kill the woman, steal her clothes, and make a run for Mexico. Will they make it? Better plop this one in the old, I'm just going to say it, plop it in the old VCR and find out. I don't even know if this is available on DVD, let alone Blu-ray. Well, this is one of the most ridiculous movies that I've ever seen. And that's saying something. Adults trying to grasp what seemed like senseless teen violence is one thing, but Ed Wood trying to grasp what seemed like senseless teen violence is a completely different thing. There's really no explanation. Essentially, we have a poor little rich girl, so bored that she resorts to a life of crime. Nowadays, that's not that ridiculous, you know, like almost every celebrity from my youth has kids that are probably my age who've been arrested for cocaine, for drunk driving, for you name it, killing their girlfriend. I mean, these kids are messed up. But hell, this is 1956, and her dad's a newspaper man. I don't know. Cheap thrills. That's what I'm gonna call this. Cheap thrills. That's about all it amounts to. This movie is really bad. Yet you can't turn it off. You have to keep watching. I gave it 3 rings. It's a 3-ring circus. The Violent Years. Edward D. Wood, Jr. That won't be the last Ed Wood movie that I review. That's a promise. There are more right here in this bucket. And there are worse movies than an Ed Wood movie. Wrap your head around that. Monkey's here, and he's going to pick us a new movie. I don't know if it'll be next week, because next week's Christmas. But maybe I'll slip away Friday or Saturday and do it. Depends on what time I can get Belchy to bed. I just realized there's candy inside this thing. Looks like the kind you can chip your tooth on. Yeah. I've already done a little bit of that. So I think I'll leave it in there. Makes a nice rattle. We're going to Europe next week, kids. It is the girl slaves of Morgana Del Fay. '70s European. I don't know if this one's really sexploitation, but schlock. No, it's sexploitation. You'll like it. Until then, this is Murph. And this is the Late Night Picture Show. Thanks for tuning in.